Now, we hear a lot about rising prices and a cost of living crisis, but groups of volunteers across Cornwall are taking matters into their own hands to put food on the tables of those most in need. The ancient practice of gleaning means collecting leftover crops from farmers' fields after harvest. Sam Blackledge reports.
There's nothing more satisfying than yomping through a muddy field, picking fresh vegetables out of the ground, knowing that they will go directly from farm to plate. Welcome to the weird and wonderful world of gleaning. Now, I have to confess that before coming here today, I'd never actually heard the word gleaning before. It's an ancient art, it's hundreds of years old, and the idea is that these leeks are either too small or just not quite good enough for the commercial crop. So, rather than putting them to waste, the team of volunteers here simply pull them out, box them up, and send them off to a food bank or a food charity or anybody else who might be in need.
It can make a massive difference. I mean, on average, we're gleaning about 2 tonnes a week. And it might not seem like much that someone has their cauliflowers, their potatoes and their leeks covered for the week, but everything helps, you know. And also the community kitchens that we're supporting, there's a lot of vulnerable people and people that are really struggling that are relying on those community kitchens to actually get hot meals inside of them.
The gleaners do, of course, need the approval of the farmers who own or manage the land before they start picking.
After we normally do a commercial harvest, we then allow animals to come in and nibble up the leftovers, and then anything left could be looked at as a green manure that goes back in to the soil. This field has been ploughed in order to grow vegetables for humans, and it is a shame that they don't end up being eaten by humans. So it's wonderful that they can come in, harvest them, and they are eaten.
Once the hard labour is complete, the team then coordinate where the precious veg needs to be sent.
Sometimes we have volunteers that come here and they will take some leeks off to their local area back home with them, where there'll be a community kitchen or a food bank or something that they can take. We'll have some guys coming up from the west, the gleaners from the west, they'll come up and we'll swap produce with them. They'll take our leeks, we'll take their cauliflowers and we redistribute it. It can be quite complicated. We try and use as much volunteer transportation as we can. So quite often we'll manage to get it to one place, and then there might be a satellite place where smaller groups can come to that place and take it from there. So it's all a little bit ad hoc.
So there you go. Thanks to the gleaners, we've all learned a new word and a new skill. Just make sure you find a friendly farmer before you start harvesting your dinner. Sam Blackledge, ITV News, somewhere in a field near Callington.